All right, welcome back to episode 265 of the God and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your other host, Doug.
We use this podcast to talk about God, guns, and the responsible Christian gun owners' interests. On this week's show, you won't believe what we're going to talk about. You won't believe it, Doug.
I won't believe
Nobody will believe it. All right, well, thank you for being with sponsor Farmers Radio Network. We appreciate them hosting all that content out there for you guys to download at your convenience on all the different podcast platforms. I don't know, there are like 20 of them that feeds off of the multiple feeds that we have out there. So you guys can check out other shows at the Farmers Radio Network if you've not already. Also want to thank Oath Keepers TV. We are Oath Keepers lifetime member. I have been since 2013, and we are honored to be put over on Oath Keepers TV and their social media platform. So thank you guys for watching, listening. And if you want to know more about Oath Keepers or want to join, you can find out that over at oathkeepers.org.
Oathkeepers.org. Also, Crossbreed Holsters. Hey, you've heard Troy and I talk about it. If you're carrying a gun, you should be carrying a Crossbreed, the most comfortable holster you can get. Check our buddies out at crossbreedholsters.com. Carry the cross. Also, PowerTac lights. You guys have been doing a real good job with PowerTac buying stuff, and they got a new promo going on right now for the E5 series with the pressure switch that goes with it for like half off already. They're selling them for a good price. Plus, remember, you get 40% off if you use God and Guns as a promo code. So go check our buddies out at powertac.com. Also, Palmetto State Armory. If you're looking for parts, uppers, lowers, you name it, ammo, Palmetto State has it. Go check them out and use our affiliate link that we have with those guys, and they show us a little bit of love back in return, and you get some good stuff. So don't let Troy and I be the only one sponsoring the show with State Armory.
We carry as much as we can, but we can only go so far.
We do.
All right.
So what's going on this week, man?
I'm looking at like 4 different screens right now, and my head's starting to spin. Let me look over here. All right, so this week's God and Gun activities. What have you been up to, Doug?
Of course, let's see. I've been doing my Sportsman's Daily Devotional every day still. Church online on Sunday this morning, and it's pretty good. I'd be glad we get back. I'm not really into parking lot church that much. I don't think that would just be that comfortable, especially in Georgia's kind of hot, so you got to have your truck running.
Yeah.
So I just do it in the comfort of the house. Go online, check it out, and watch and do our tithing and all that good stuff right there online. So it makes it kind of nice. Of course, been doing everyday carry. Wendy and I actually went to the range today after online church was over. We took off and went up to the gun range, did a little shooting today. I took Puff 2.0 out with his little Go Fast trigger in him and had some fun with that. And Wendy shot it today for the first time. And it was funny. I told her, I said, just be careful. I said, because I got it set right now. I said, it's going to fire when you pull the trigger, and it's going to fire when you let off the trigger. Mm-hmm. I said, so when you shoot it, I said, pull the trigger back and keep your finger back until you get back on target where you want to be, and then let off the trigger, and you'll be ready to go. She's not used to it. She pulled the trigger. It's like, ta-da! Double tapping. She said,
yeah.
She's like, that's fast. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, it takes some training, like with anything. It takes a while to figure all that stuff out.
But if you do training and stuff, and you're double tapping targets, that makes it so fast, because usually you're when you pull the trigger, you're letting out just a little bit for the reset to go again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you let out just a little bit for the reset, and it's going to go.
Yeah.
It rocks. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's a nice little gun. But well, we got in a little shooting today, and I shot the night vision up there just to make sure the 100 yards steel plate, just to make sure, the night vision I got, you can't take the cap off, but it's got 2 little holes right in the end of the cap, like pinholes that let just enough light in so the optic works for you. So it lit up well enough that I could see at 100 yards with it, no problem. And I pulled the trigger 2 or 3 times just to make sure I was dead on. I was ringing the steel plate, so I'm like, yep, we're good enough, close enough. So, dude, I tell you, if you don't have one of these, I installed, excuse me, I installed a bought a 5-point camera here a while back, a couple weeks ago, I guess. Now I've had it, and it's got the cellular service and everything on it, so it sends stuff to your phone through the app. And man, I'm sitting here, just we started recording a while ago, my Spylink's going off. I got deer standing there right in front of the camera eating, but I bought it so I could watch for hogs. That way, when I see them, I'm only hunting about 10 minutes from here. I can run, jump in the truck, and go kill them. But they've been coming in like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning the last few days, so I don't see those when they come in. I just let those slide, rock on. That thing is cool, man. It's almost it takes about, from the time it takes a picture till it hits my phone, is about 30 seconds. So
That's pretty quick.
Bad. It is pretty quick.
So you use a cellular service for that?
Well, it comes with its own cellular service. It runs off of Verizon back end, but you don't hook it to. It doesn't hook up your phone plan or none of that stuff. So you can get different plans. Excuse me. You get unlimited for 30 days, and it sends me pictures you want for 30 days when you buy the camera and sign up for it. And then after 30 days, you can get 100 pictures a month for free, which sometimes I get 100 pictures a night right now, but I'd have to change my settings and stuff. So you can get that for free. Then you can get up to like 100. You get 100 free. Then you can go up to like 200, and then you go up to 500. Then you go up to unlimited plan. But the unlimited is like $10 a month for unlimited pictures that it'll send you. So it's not a real big deal, but you can take the thing and move it around if you want to watch something for a little bit. As long as you get some kind of reception, it'll work. But it works good. I like it.
Cool. Yeah, I looked at some of those for security things. I was thinking about on parts of our farm where we have had some issues with people coming in poaching, putting those up, getting some evidence to be able to throw somebody in the hooskow.
Right. I just kind of I put up some home security at the house this weekend using, I don't know have you ever heard of Arlo cameras?
I have heard of those.
So I got a set of those, 2 cameras in the base station, and you can actually talk through both of them, and you can hear through both of them. They both got night vision on them. I think I picked them up on Amazon for like $250, and they work great, man. If I got one on the front, one on the back, so if anybody breaks anywhere, any motion in that plane at all, it's firing off an alert to your phone to let you know that it detected motion. Mm-hmm. So you can go look at it, and it's probably 10 seconds delay from the time it catches it and sends it back through the wireless and stuff. But it works really good.
Cool. Yeah, we've got the Ring system.
Ring, yeah.
Then we've got a home security system that was already here, hardwired for the whole house. So we just use the Ring for the cameras.
Nice.
It pops up anytime there's any kind of movement. It'll tell you whether it's a person or whether it's some kind of, something else. It's a human or a person's at the door.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. You can tell, I guess, by the shape or whatever. It picks all the way up on our front door. It picks all the way up the driveway. So as soon as somebody pulls off the road and starts down our driveway, it'll start letting us know somebody's coming down the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
So it works pretty good.
And does too. Somebody turns off the road into the driveway, I can see them right there as soon as you turn in. So it works good. Hey, so the Bulwarks class for May 2nd, we had to cancel it. We just didn't have anybody signed up for it yet. I guess, Georgia's still locked down pretty heavily until Friday. And so I think people are just, some people out of work, not working. And I think people are trying to just hold on to money right now and didn't feel like spending it. So I called Jesse, and unfortunately, we just went ahead and canceled it. And you know, I don't want to pay the $300 range fee if we're not going to have anybody show up.
Sure.
Just to reserve it. So we went ahead and canceled it. Hopefully we'll get another one.
And they rescheduled the one Gunner was going to take and down to July. So that the class that Gunner was supposed to do it in March has been moved to July down here in Glasgow. All right, so
maybe
I got you.
Maybe I'll have to come up there and take one.
Yeah, his is a 2-day class, so it's
yeah, that's the one I want to take. The pistol.
Yeah,
that's the one I want to take.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk my wife into going. We've been putting the twist in the arm, but so far she's been pretty tough.
Not wanting to do it.
She's just nervous about that kind of stuff. Hopefully she can shoot. I mean, I taught her how to shoot when we were dating years ago. She could shoot a better pattern than I could back then. So women just have a better platform. She was shooting a 10 millimeter too. That was my carry gun back then. It was a 10 millimeter Glock 20.
Really?
She had a hole about that big, 20 feet. I was like, man, that's better than I'm. But she's been able to shoot ever since we've been dating.
She was shooting the ARs today, and she was 100 yards ringing the steel plate, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, when Chris did her concealed carry class, it was the size of a quarter. That's 21 feet. And it was the size of a quarter. Of course, she was shooting my 22 match pistol. But she's doing it in the rain.
She was shooting a 22?
Yeah.
You can take a concealed carry class with a 22?
You can take it with whatever you want to.
Really?
Revolvers, single shots, whatever you want to show up with, you can take it with.
Single shot.
Breech load. Musket. Take a wall and shoot 20 rounds that way, but
single shot lock.
Yeah. So that's got your gun again, Steph?
That's me, man. What about you?
Daily Bible reading. Watch the sermon online today like everybody else. Unless you went to a drive-in. So I miss the praise worship. I miss the community, getting to meet everybody, shaking hands, and catching up on what they're up to. I miss praising the praise music and just miss hanging out with everybody. It's getting old. This stuff is, and it's as I suspected. It's starting to look like more and more all along. It's been a big hoax. I mean, not that people haven't died, not that it's not a real disease, and not that it, but statistics are starting to show it looks more and more like the common flu is the number of people dying. Almost all of them have pre-existing conditions or weakened immune systems and things like that. And the fact that it looks like that this staying at home stuff would actually make it worse because your immunity, your immune system weakens whenever you're isolated and not exposed to germs on a regular basis and not able to build antibodies against these things.
Mm-hmm.
So when you stay in your house and scrub down with Lysol and with Clorox and stuff, and it's all sanitary, and then you go back out, your system is becoming immune to fighting off bugs all the time, which your body does all the time. And so you'll be more susceptible to getting a disease, having your weakened immune system back out in public. So looks like it would be like the worst thing to do is to make people go home and wipe themselves down with Clorox all day long. But I ain't gonna get political or nothing.
Oh, why not?
Yeah. So we had another week of prayer and fasting. I did not get to do one Friday. We had something popped up unexpectedly. It took me all day to get that taken care of. It was a family emergency. Had to move my grandmother's room. She had a room in assisted living, and she had to get out of there. And so we had to move all of her stuff. And so it was sort of like the last minute unannounced kind of a thing happened. So we were thrown off on Friday, so I apologize for not having the show on Friday. I've not been doing them on Saturday or Sunday. 5 days a week is enough for me. It's hard for me to do any more than that. And I don't know. Some people seem to like it. Some people don't really care. Or, you know, I guess I'm hitting all different points of time in the mornings. I've never been consistent with it, but I'm gonna keep on trying to go for a good solid month. And at the end of the month, we'll see if people think it's worthwhile. I'll be fasting again tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Today's Sunday, so I'll be fasting again tomorrow all day. And on my days of fast, I fast food and only drink water. And I did drink some tea last Thursday. I fast on Mondays and Thursdays, and so last Thursday I drank a little bit of tea. At the end of the day, it wasn't flavored or anything. There was no calories to it. It's just tea. It was one of the Zija daily teas, and because I was having a pretty bad headache on Thursday, and I've so ever since last Thursday I've cut caffeine way out. I'm normally a coffee drinker in the mornings, and so I've had to cut it way back. I switched to decaf, and then today I haven't had any coffee. So hopefully tomorrow I won't have headaches like I've been having, which are just you need to drink a whole lot of water when you're fasting, and you need to taper off your caffeine if you're a big coffee drinker or a soda drinker or whatever, so that you're not battling with a headache on top of the hunger. But I feel better. I had some things that were causing me just aggravation, some things that weren't healing, and things like that. I had toothache that was bugging me, and in the last 2 weeks of fasting, the inflammation in that tooth and or in the gums and teeth have gone down to where it's like almost normal again. I don't know if that's up to the fast or that's just healing itself over time, but I've been praying a lot, like everybody else. It's it's a different. It's, trying to get into the habit of it. So far, it's been okay. It's just I know at the end of the fast, man, the end of the night, I'm ready to eat. So I think I jump in bed or wait till tomorrow morning to start eating. And so it's been good though. It's not been as hard as I was thinking it was going to be. I mean, I've done fasting several times in the last few years, but doing it every week, twice a week, is new for me. So I don't seem to see any ill effects of it, and my belt's getting a little bit looser all the time, and so I'm going to be asking Crossbreed to send me another belt here soon because the last one they sent me, I'm already down the last notch or two on it. So I'm getting down the 40s, hopefully getting down to the 30s before long.
There you go.
So that was the God stuff. EDC CCW. I mean, Cassell Carry. I got the Natchez order. It was 3.5, a little over 3 weeks, like 3 weeks, 2 days from the time I ordered that last one. And I got in the brass. I got in swaging, so I can swage my bullets that remove the military crimps on the 223 on the 5.56 rounds. I got in 9mm brass. I got in trim dies. I got in dies for every caliber, so I can trim the cases down to the spec length. And I got a Lee hand trimmer in case we don't have electricity because it was only like $10. And I got a Lee one that you put into a power tool and run it down there to trim the cases. So I've got probably a good tote and a half of 223 cases to process. So I'm gonna start working on those of brass that people have given me over the last couple of years. So I'm gonna start reloading 223. I've been hoarding it up and putting it into ammo cans and totes and stuff. So I've got a lot of that. I've got a little bit of 9mm. I probably got 1,500 rounds of 9mm brass ready to go. and I've probably got 2,500 rounds of 45 ACP. And so I've been gathering all that up and put it into some totes. I've got some of those acro bins, and so we're gonna start degreasing and tumbling that stuff, and so that's gonna be fun. Have make a bunch of bullets to shoot, and then EDCs the usual Glock 30S and my Crossbreed Super Tuck. Soft T tourniquet, my right cargo pocket, and I've got the Stew the Gun Enhanced Lifesaver pack in my left cargo pocket. I got the Microtech SOCOM, and I got the ED2 Defender light tonight. I've lost my little flashlight, that little O-light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it's at. I've washed that thing like 25 times, and I miss that little dude. It's rechargeable, and I've had that thing in my pocket all the time. And somewhere it's gotten either set down. It's probably stuck to somewhere on my truck where I was using it, and I walked off and left it or something. But I have looked high and low for it, so if I don't find it soon, I'm gonna have to order me another one. Those things are awesome little lights. I don't know if there's do they have that kind of light with PowerTech? They have the little magnetic rechargeable.
I don't know if it's got the magnetic end on it. I
Yeah,
can look. We have to look and see.
we'll have to get
They got a
one if they got
rechargeable.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a little handiest little light there ever was. If they got one, then we'll have to get one from PowerTech and try it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what you been up to? Let's see, you already done yours. Your EDC, what are you packing tonight?
Just usual suspect. Block 19. Had her out on the range today, but we stayed on the rifle range today for the most of it. I took a couple pistols up. I was going to let Wendy do some shooting, and we wound up just staying on the rifle range and didn't go up to the pistol one. So we didn't get to shoot those today, but she get to shoot it next time probably.
A good deal. I'm trying to keep up with all the other stuff over here. Sorry. All right, so do you have a joke for us?
I do have a joke actually. It's called Kid Art. So a kindergarten teacher was observing her classroom of children while they were drawing. She would occasionally walk around to see what each of the child's artwork looked like. As she got to one little girl who was working diligently, she asked her what was she drawing. The little girl replied, "I'm drawing God." The teacher paused a second and said, "But no one knows what God looks like." Without missing a beat and looking up, or even looking up from her drawing, the little girl replied, "They will in a minute."
We've had that joke before, Doug.
Did we?
Yep. And it's been about 2 years ago.
Well, we got
That's
new
all
listeners.
right.
We got new
You're
listeners
getting
now.
old and senile. People, they'll forgive you for that. It's a good joke, though.
It is a good one.
Hey, well, in a minute.
They will in a minute.
I don't know. Was that who was that joke from? Was that from our buddy?
No, that wasn't from Chad. That one came off the Passers
Uh,
joke page.
you have to start marking them off as you use them.
I know. I've used so many of them. I've used after we've done it. What, 5 years?
Yeah, it's almost 6 years.
Yeah, almost 6 years.
It'll be 6 years for me. What, June? It'll be 6 years for me. I think it's right. 2013. That'd be 7 years. Is that right? I started in June of 2013. That'd be starting 7 years. We're finished up for 6 years.
Yep.
Starting 7 years, man. That's crazy.
Brian said he remembers that joke. Still funny. Thank you, Brian.
I knew we'd used it before.
They have.
I remember laughing at it before. That's all right. It's okay. It don't matter anyway. All right, so we're gonna move on to. Do we have any feedback? I didn't have you in my.
I didn't have any.
I didn't check iTunes, but we're gonna go ahead and pop up the Bible verses tonight. We're coming out Proverbs 8. Let's pop up where people can see it. Because let's see if I can get. It should get bigger than that. All right, so let's see. Something has moved here. Proverbs 8. All right, I'm going to start in verse 6. Proverbs 8, verse 6. I'm reading the ESV version. Let's see. Here, for I will speak noble things. Let me go back. I'm trying to get back to where it talks about. Okay, this section is called the blessings of wisdom, and so it's speaking as wisdom is speaking. Uh, so wisdom says, "Here, for I will speak noble things. From my lips will come what is right. For my mouth will utter wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are righteous. There is nothing twisted or crooked in them. They are straight to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Take my instruction instead of silver, and my knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you may desire cannot compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is the hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance are the way of evil, and perverted speech I hate. I have counsel and sound wisdom. I have insight. I have strength. By me, kings reign and rulers decree what is just. By me, princes rule and nobles, all who govern justly. I love those who love me, and to those who seek me diligently find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, even fine gold, and uh, my yield than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness and the paths of justice, granting an inheritance to those who love me and filling their treasures. So I'm going to stop there. But Proverbs 8, and we did 6 through 21. All of Proverbs is something you should read like every day. I mean, you can read Proverbs every month. There's 30 chapters of Proverbs. So every month you could read a chapter a day and just sow that wisdom in. But what we're talking about here about being wise and having knowledge, uh, that if you will listen to what God tells you in the scriptures, you will get wisdom. You pray for wisdom, God will give you wisdom. You ask for it and you seek it. It says if you chase after it, if you love it, if you take the instruction of wisdom, that you'll be blessed. You'll be blessed with more than even silver and gold. You'll be blessed more than with jewels. You'll have discretion. You'll keep yourself out of trouble. You'll uh, avoid the traps of evil. You won't have perverted speech. You won't have uh, all the downfalls of those who are not wise, right? You will have sound wisdom. So it's important that if you want to become wise, that you seek to become wise, and you don't become wise because you just desire it. You become wise because you you chase after it. It's got us all over the place here. All right, there we go. So you have to seek after wisdom. You have to ask for wisdom from God. God is the one who gives wisdom, and then you have to seek and to know and learn. And you do that in the scriptures, and you do that through seeking what God wants you to know in prayer, and then communication, and giving up foolishness. I mean, there's a lot of things in my life I had to give up that were foolishness, and until God was able to wrench that away from me, it was always tripping me up, right? I was always falling over the same stupid things because I was not being obedient to God and upholding what He called me to do. So that's the Bible verses again for this week. Proverbs 8, 6 through 18. Closing that out so I can see what I'm doing here. All right. So up next, Doug, you won't believe it.
I probably won't believe it.
And the reason is because I don't know what we're going to talk about. But for those of us that are with us, I had several different titles I was thinking about calling the show tonight, and I was like, I don't know which one's more appropriate. And I was like, I can't come up with a title, so it's just gonna be a cornucopia of I can't even say the word I want to say. A cornucopia of spoutings of Doug and I about what's been going on in our families and minds over this last 6 weeks or so. We've been going through this stupid stuff. Uh, why would we have to go through this? And what's the good things that you found going through this, Doug? What good things have you had happen because you were stuck at home? Well, you weren't stuck at home; you had to work every day, but you
Yeah.
weren't allowed to like travel as much as you would normally travel, going to church and stuff. So what's the good things we found out about that?
Well, the good thing is, well, I guess it depends on who you ask and who you talk to. For me, the good thing is you're spending more family time. Well, a little bit.
Yeah,
Uh, a lot of families. Of course, it's just me and Winnie at home now because we're empty nesters, so the kids are out anyway.
yeah.
The only bad thing, the drawback to that is they don't come over because one, I work for a hospital, so they think
Avoid you like the plague.
I'm running rancid with COVID. So and I work at the hospital, and we've had, knock on wood, zero issues with any of the guys that work for me, with me, that in and out of the hospital and stuff. So we've been fortunate, and so I guess on the good side, people are getting a lot of stuff done. It hadn't really changed a whole lot for me because I still go to work every day. I come home, we cook dinner, I go to the store, I go to the gun store, I go do what I want, and I go hunt in the evening. So not a whole lot's really changed other than you just can't physically go to church on Sundays. Other than that, not a whole lot. Like I went to the range today and had a great time. And
Yeah,
let's see, who was it that was? It might have been on YouTube. Uh,
Matthew went to the range.
Matthew said he
Well,
went
I
to the
think
range,
somebody else went to the range too.
but he said the range was only open for like 2 hours.
Huh?
Um, so I don't understand why they closed, an outdoor range.
Jim Ross was at the range too. He said,
Yep, Jim was at the range.
"Yeah, I have the range, but it was raining here, so my backyard's a range, but it was pouring down rain since yesterday.
Yeah, you can shoot anytime you want to.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't shoot when Daphne's trying to sleep. But other than that, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
But the good side for me is that I haven't spent much in fuel because the only thing I've been doing with fuel is mowing the yard and running the tractor for tilling the gardens and stuff around here on the farm. But as far as my truck, uh, I went like a week and a half without ever moving my truck because I can walk everywhere here on the farm, or I can hop on the tractor and go around. And so my truck is just set, and it set so much that the battery about went down. So
oh, really?
I've had to go out and start it like every 3 or 4 days because they got like cameras and radios and stuff on it. So I don't unplug everything. So I just go out and start it every 3 or 4 days and drive it around the farm a little bit. But being at home, I mean, we've homeschooled, so our kids really haven't been gone a lot, but it has been. We've watched a lot of movies and stuff together. We played some games together till we got tired of beating each other in games, and then uh, I don't know. It's just been quieter, more relaxing, just being here at the house. We've eaten every meal here at home. We've not had a takeout meal or a meal at a restaurant for 6 weeks now. I've cooked, or Chris has cooked. The kids have cooked every meal. So for the last 6 weeks, we don't eat out, and not really. I'm not really because I'm not really fearful of the whatever. I'm just
Nothing open.
we don't go anywhere. They got weird hours, They open only so many hours a day. I'm like, what good does that do? I don't understand. You can, and now I probably only went out probably 4 times in the last 6 weeks. And the only reason I went is because I needed to help my parents with something, or I needed to go do something for somebody. Because we've had provisions stocked away. we went out for groceries twice or three times for mostly for eggs because we ate up we ate up all the eggs we had. I mean, we probably had I don't know 8 dozen or something eggs, or maybe 10 dozen eggs. We went through all those, and we had probably 25 pounds of bacon in the freezer, and we went through that, so we had to go back out and restock. But the stores are full of people.
Oh
The
yeah,
grocery stores are full. I drove by. Walmarts are full. Drive-in restaurants are packed. People all. I went to E Town. Um, I don't know, one day this week, Monday or Tuesday, for something, and man, everything was packed. It was like a regular day. I mean, the roads are full of people. I'm like, and the governor supposedly still has it shut down until middle of May or June or something. I mean, our governor's a well, he's a Democrat. I'll just
he, he's right up there, isn't he?
he's a winner.
Oof.
Andy.
Kind of like Virginia's governor. He's a uh,
The old blackface.
he's just trying everything he can, man, to make everybody in Virginia mad right now.
Oh, Michigan's governor's trying to show him up, but
Well, she's running a good second. I think right now he still takes cake.
I mean, even California's governor's got more sense than Michigan's governor, and that's really setting the bar low. I mean, oh well. Let's see. So that's the good side. Didn't have to go anywhere. Bad side is you just don't get to stay up to date with anybody. I mean, you don't get to have real conversations. I mean, I've talked to my neighbors and stuff from the car, because one's elderly, put a mask on when I've talked to them. Kept, 10, 15-foot distance and stuff while this was going on. I don't know why the Bible verses keep popping back up on this other screen. That is weird. Must be a long delay in it. But the bad side is that I have not had a chiropractor adjustment for 6 weeks, and my back and hips and neck are messed up. I've been adjusting my wife and kids, the girls, since I've been off because I just have figured out how to adjust them. Well, I don't ever mess with their necks because I don't want to kill them. But
Right.
but I know enough how to adjust them. I can't adjust myself, and so I have been in some serious pain over these last 6 weeks, and I've been looking for black market chiropractors and just haven't found anybody willing to.
Have table will travel.
Yeah, I'm willing to travel at night and wear black clothing and sneak in the basement doors and stuff, and they just aren't out there. They're just not willing to take the money. But I have heard that we have some chiropractors that will be able to start back to work on I think May 1st. So hopefully that would be a good thing. But it has been a bad thing not having had chiropractic health. And I don't understand why big corporations are allowed to be open, but little mom and pop shops and stuff are closed and are not essential. And so
Down, brother.
I think that they're trying to put all the little local businesses out of place, all the Trump supporters pretty much out of business, and keep around the big mega corporations that donate to certain parties. But this might be a theory of mine. It might not be real. What about you? What's a bad side for you, Doug?
Oh no, I agree. I agree with you. One of my buddies is online with us tonight watching, and he said everything was chaos at first, but the blessings that came from this new normal is the closeness that it created. He said we were so used to distractions, it has now become over time all about each other, God and love. So it's true. He's true there.
Yeah. Yep.
Families are kind of forced to spend time together now.
Right.
Where everybody's going in their own direction and doing things. But the bad thing is for me, is I've been social distancing for years for a lot of things, but I do like this. I do like my friends that I have. I like to talk to and go shoot or whatever. We fish, hunt, whatever. But most of my friends are just like me. They don't care. We get ready to go turkey hunting. They pile in the truck, and we're not wearing no mask until we get to the turkey woods. And that ain't for COVID; it's to keep the gnats off.
Yeah.
So we just stay right after it, and me and another guy was talking. I had to go down to one of our other facilities Thursday, I guess it was, and the contractor that was there working used to work with us, so I know him really well. And I walked in, and first thing he did, he put his hand out to shake hands, and of course, me, man, I grabbed his hand, shook his hand. He's like, "Oh man," he said, "we probably shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "I ain't scared." He goes,
You broke a law.
"Yeah, wow." They're gonna have to sue me, I guess. But Georgia's been like the leader of getting things back underway again. Friday, the governor, and he did take some criticism from Trump over it. But Brian Kemp started opening stuff back up Friday, and Monday restaurants and stuff opened back up where you can actually go in and sit down
Yep.
and have dinner, or have lunch or whatever. And I think they should, because personally, I know if you get it and you have an underlying issue, it can be bad. It can be bad for you.
But you quarantine the sick people or the people who have
Right.
low immune systems. You don't quarantine healthy young people that could be out working and could be out producing and be out, doing their job and getting a paycheck. You don't put the healthy people at home. You put the people with underlying conditions that are most likely to die from it. And anybody that feels sick, don't go to work. But everybody else should be out there doing their thing.
Well, it's like people here, some people are like, "Oh, Kemp is opening up stuff too early. They shouldn't be allowing people to go out like that."
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you're scared and don't want to go out, he's not making you.
That's right.
Don't do it.
Stay in the house.
Stay in the house.
Have your plans. See what's going on.
Right. Oh, they're out barbecuing. Oh, Lord.
So I've got my ham license. I was listening to the ham bands today, and there were some guys on there that, most of the ham operators are pushing the older years, right? Most of them are 55 plus years old. There's a lot of young, kids getting in, but nothing like the full spectrum. And they were talking today, well, all these people out there breaking the law, going out and eating, and just going to keep spreading the disease and going to get us all. I'm like, dude, that disease is going to spread no matter what you do. It's going to go. You can't stop it. I mean, the whole thing about putting everybody home, you're just delaying what's going to happen anyway. You're not shortening the curve. You're elongating the curve. You're making it longer. The faster you get everybody exposed to it, the faster it's over with. I mean, the flu doesn't ever go away. It's back every year.
Oh yeah,
some variety of it, and every year people die. 60-something thousand last year, or was it 2017 or 2018 was the last dates? It was like 65,000 people died of the flu.
Right.
I mean, and so far, it's right on track to being like the flu. And I mean, this is a new virus that we've not been exposed to, so people's antibodies aren't built up. Well, if you got everybody stuck at home, isolated away from it, when they come back out, they're going to get it. So it's just stupid to make people stay at home that are healthy. They can fight it off. Now, and then they say, "Oh well, you got people that are elderly at home, and they come home and bring it home to them." Well, they're going to get it anyway. I mean, that's just I'm not trying to be flippant about it, and people die, and it's sad, but you can't live in fear of people. I mean, something's going to get you. You're not going to get out of this. You're not going to get off this planet alive, right?
Well, I don't know.
In a spaceship, and then you ain't going to last forever.
I don't know if you saw the study they did in California last week, but they were doing the antibody test, and they randomly sampled like 480 some people, just randomly selected, all walks of life, everything, brought them in and tested them. And of the 486 people that they tested, 4% of those people had the antibody and never knew they'd been sick, never knew they had it, nothing. So they took that and multiplied, the 4% times the number of people in that county and this was in California, in the county. And they said they estimated 85 times the number of people have already gotten it or had it than what they're estimating.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that this virus has been here in the States since back in the fall.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been here for a long time, and people just thought it was some kind of bad virus or the flu. and they lived through it. It wasn't, it didn't shut everything down. And then the whole thing we're going through now is just a bunch of politicians, blowing their own horns, running around like a bunch of idiots. But that's my own personal opinion. My wife will probably have a word with me when we're getting done because she's not of the same opinion about some things. But I'm just, the more you find out, the more things are coming out. It's about back to where we were when this first thing came out. Because the people that were pushing it were the people that have been lying about everything else for the last 3 years. And the whole thing is, I mean, I watched the interview where those two doctors in California were talking about how the numbers are starting to look like it's lower death rate from that than it is from the common flu, which I posted on social media 5-6 weeks ago when this first thing came out, that the numbers don't add up to the hype. They just don't. They didn't at the time, even back when it was early on. I'm like, these numbers don't add up. It doesn't make sense why they're going through all this hype. Why are they going so crazy? And I think it was a political ploy. I think it was try to destroy the economy and try to turn people against the current leadership. And not that I don't think Trump's perfect, guys. Trump has made lots of bad decisions in my mind, but he's a whole lot better than what we could have had. I think. I mean, it ain't over with yet, but the whole time I'm like, this is just a bunch of fear mongering. This is a bunch of people trying to get everybody afraid. I mean, everybody's going to die. I mean, it's a known fact. Everybody that's ever been born except for Jesus going to die and not going to come back until after the resurrection, right? So you just have to put fear behind you, and Jesus tells us as believers that we have to don't fear those that could kill the body, fear those that can take the soul, right? Fear God, because God is the one who's going to judge your soul. So quit worrying about your body, quit worrying about, if you're a believer, trust in God. He will provide, he will be there with you through thick and thin. Not that we won't suffer again, not that we won't have hardship, we will, but God is in control. God knows what's going on, and God will judge the evil people, and we just have to trust in him. So, well, there's that. What else are we going to talk
about? Personally, I'm just ready for them to quit handing out free money all over the place.
Oh gosh, man, that just adds icing on the cake. It's like, are you serious? You're going to add $8,000 per person of debt for the whole nation when only like 28% of the nation actually produces and pays taxes. So that ends up being what, 3.4 times. You're looking at, $30-some thousand per taxpayer additional income to hand out a $1,200 check to people within a certain small segment of wealth transfer. But the biggest wealth transfer was to the government. So the government, again, is a winner. And every time they raise taxes or every time they have a spending program, the government pockets 3/4 of everything, and the people get a little bit, and then everybody that pays taxes have to pay that much more. It's servitude. Taxes are slavery, people. Taxes are slavery. They are the price you have to pay to live in the country you live in. But when they're promising you that they're helping you, then they're taking most of that money and putting it into the politicians' kickbacks and stuff like that. Well, let's not go political. I've already went there, but let's not go any further. I'll try not to go any further. You can do what you want. What do you think else was on your mind this week, Doug?
No, I agree with you on that. I just, just staying busy and just working.
Turkey season finally came in on the 18th here.
For you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Jesse was up there hunting a little bit.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people hunting. They still hang out in my backyard at nighttime. They come running back up and get back up the trees right off. I can see them out my back porch there.
Well, let me know when you want me to fix it. I can fix it for you.
Yeah, everybody else around's eating enough of them. I guess it'll be all right. I guess this will be a haven for now. Gunner doesn't want to go. I don't feel like cleaning a turkey, so I think we'll let them critters be, because I've heard like at least 7 of them get hit around us all the way around our farm. It's like people camp out around outside of our farm.
Oh, shooting them.
Yeah, every time they leave our farm, they're dead.
You've got like the sanctuary going on.
Yeah, we got people that will try to come driving through the 4-wheelers and stuff and running deer through, trying to run the deers out of the holes and stuff on our property, out of the hollers, trying to run them over on other people's property. We got them, shoot them from the road, cut their head off, and take off, leave the rest of the deer laying there in the yard, field.
See, that's a shame. That's a shame to me.
Yep.
I don't understand why people do that.
You got some
If,
uncouth people.
if you're not going to eat it, that's what Dad's rule always was with us. If we killed it, we had to eat it.
Yeah.
Unless there was something physically wrong, we couldn't eat it. But
that's some kind of.
I mean, we've ate some wild stuff over the years.
Eat any snake?
I've eaten rattlesnake. Oh yeah, I don't mind them when they're cooked.
You never found a rattlesnake in the hurricane, did you? I've never found any.
I don't think I ever killed one up there. Copperheads, moccasins.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever killed a rattler up there.
I've killed water moccasins and copperheads all over Hart County, south of here. My grandfather's farm down there. I've not killed one copperhead on our farm, and I've only seen a couple of water snakes. I've never seen real water moccasins on our creeks or ponds or anything. But down in Hart County, I've killed bucket loads of snakes down there. Every year we kill 10, 15 copperheads and maybe a rattlesnake or two up on those knobs. We rode motorcycles up on those knobs. We have one of our little snake sticks, a little 4-foot long stick with a metal fork on the bottom of it. And we'd have it bungee corded in on our motorcycle. And before we put our foot down on the ground, if we stopped up on those knobs, we'd look down make sure it wasn't a snake. Because a lot of times you put your foot down, it'd be a snake laying there. It was just thick with them. We would always kill them down there. And then water moccasins down some of the creeks down there, down Lynn Kemp Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Killed some water moccasins down there. My brother got bit by a copperhead. I think I've told that before. I walked over at first and made it mad, and then he was behind me, and it struck him in the back of the arm. And so he's going down a steep bank. His arm turned all kinds of green and purples and yellows, and it's pretty nasty looking.
I usually don't have a lot of problem with snakes. I get bit by a little bitty spider and
Yeah, I'm careful when I go in the barn now. Every time I go in the barn to feed hay, since it's above freezing, I'm looking close before I reach my hands in to climb up in the barn. I'm like, every time I think about in the barn, I think about Doug. Like, I don't want to get bit like Doug.
Dude, I don't know if I told you the other day. I went out and got in the blind the other night, and it's a box blind. It's got door and stuff on it. It's nice, and I eased up there and opened the door up. I might have had my light on red, the red light on. But it was already dark when I got there. So I was just trying to slide in there real quiet and get set up. And got in there, wasn't paying no attention. Had my light off. And I felt something crawling on my neck. I was another dang spider. And when I smacked it, I made it mad. It was a wasp.
Oh, that licked you up?
Oh, he popped me on the back of the neck good. And I was sitting there, and I kind of started looking around a little bit. I got ready to leave. And normally I'll throw the gun up, and I'll look through the scope one more time before I leave, just to make sure there's nothing standing down there. But I didn't do it this time. I just turned my light on and started packing stuff up. And when I did, I had one crawling down my scope. And he was almost to the eyepiece on the end of the scope. And he was just sitting there chilling out. And I was like, oh, you just waiting. So the next night we went back in there. My son-in-law went with me, and he's highly allergic to bee and wasp stings and stuff. Yeah. So he had me in there shooting him with wasp killer, before he'd ever go in. But I was like, I'd rather kill him than have to take him to the hospital an hour into the hunt.
Yeah, so he's allergic. Those are protein stings, aren't they? Paper wasp.
I don't know. They hurt.
Yeah, I think they're protein sting. I can remember. Did I ever tell you? I think I've told this before, but my grandfather sitting in the church, South Fork. you and me were little kids. I was probably six or seven, and you know how the men always sit on the right side of the church, and the women always sit
Oh
over
yeah.
on the left side. And
Hmm.
I always sat with my granddad, and Trevor always sat with grandma on the other side, and we were sitting behind Joe Redmond. Uh, uh,
Yep.
and he was I don't know if you remember him. He
I
was
do.
an older guy in the church, but
Oh
he
yeah.
had a real long neck. And my granddad always sat right behind him, and there was a red wasp come flying in the windows because they didn't have any screens on the windows back then. They just had the windows open, and wasps come flying in and out. Old country church, no air conditioning. And a red wasp landed on his collar and started crawling up his back of his neck. And my granddad reached up and put his finger on the back of that red wasp, and it lit up Joe Redmond.
Ooh.
He's going, he's tightened up, and he reaches back there, grabs a hold of that wasp, and smashes it in his hand, throws it on the ground. And he turns around, looks at me, and he turns around, looks at my grandfather, and he knew what happened.
It's like you couldn't thump it or nothing and get rid of it.
No, he did it. My granddad did it on purpose. He touched it so it'd sting him.
Oh,
Uh, oh man, my grandfather was a trickster, man.
yeah, he was.
I can't see now. All right, so how can you help on the show? We're going to run you through a couple quick things here, then on to the Armed Citizen. If you guys haven't already liked or give us a thumbs up on whatever platform you're on, we appreciate it. Share it would be nice as well. You can help us out by doing that. Also, we got some patches and stickers that look like these behind us here, or maybe on Doug's hat. No, he's got a different hat
Oh, I
tonight.
got an Axelson on tonight.
Axel on tonight. I've got a ham hat on tonight. You can see right through it.
And an oath keeper shirt for all of our oath keeper buddies out there.
Yeah, I've got a. We the people will never surrender. At least I won't. All right, so how can you help on the show? We got the Zija site. That's the stuff I take to make me feel better. If you want to know more about it, you can go to godandguns.myzija.com. Also, help out the Oath Keepers. You go to oathkeepers.org/, and you can enter in the raffle for the Ruger AR-15. They will be giving away at some point whenever they have enough ticket sales, and that's to raise funds for training, for traveling around to different special events and helping out with that. And if you want to know more about becoming an Oath Keeper yourself, you can go to oathkeepers.org as well and support them or become a member and jump in here and help us. Also, Sub MOA Shooting has given us a discount code if you are a reloader and like to reload your own bullets. He has tons of different kinds of rifle bullets, and he is not a sponsor of the show, but he's offered us a code. We'll share it with you. It's God and Guns, all spelled out, and you will get what kind of discount was it? I can't remember what it was. 10% discount. So if you need rifle bullets, he's got all different types, calibers. Wally was on the show a few weeks ago. So go over there and check out submoa.com. And
Crossbreed holsters, the most comfortable holster in the world. Hold on a minute, I gotta get this out of here, Troy.
yeah, I love my crossbreed holsters. I've had several over the years, and Super Tuck is really nice and comfortable. I use that one more than any of the others, but they do have freedom carry, which allows you to carry anywhere pretty much around your belt 360 degrees. I mean, you wouldn't want to carry it in the middle of your back because if you fell on your gun, you would maybe get paralyzed. But you can wear it in the appendix or you can wear it around wherever you'd like to. Go ahead.
Yep, they have pretty much any kind of holster you want. Troy and I both carrying a Super Tuck Deluxe, but they got pretty much any kind of holster any way you want to carry for almost any kind of gun that you got. So go check our buddies out at Crossbreed Holsters. Use our promo code G&G. Get a 10% discount just for watching this show. Also, Axelson Tactical. Yeah, I was going to tell you, Troy, I've been coughing. When it rains, I quit. Yep. When it quits raining and it gets clear, I start coughing again because of all the pollen still stuff.
Pollen's
Oh, it's killing me.
Yeah, I've been having drainage all the last 2 weeks. Just all the stuff blooming around here.
I don't have the COVID. I got the pollen.
Yep.
Anyway, Axelson Tactical. If you saw Troy and I's guns, we've showed them to you on several occasions. Just tack driving rifles. That's one of the ones I was shooting today with the night vision on it. They're just awesome. They got custom pistols, custom rifles. If you're a long range shooter, they got something for you there as well. Go check our buddies out at AxelsonUSA.com. Use our promo code God and Guns. Get a 10% discount from them. Also on anything that you might find. PowerTac lights. I was telling you earlier, PowerTac's got another little sale going on with the E5 light with the pressure switch and end cap for it. They got it for a really good price. I think they're like right at half off. Here's the cool thing about PowerTac lights. They got a lifetime warranty on them. And if you use our promo code God and Guns, all one word, they will give you an additional 40% off for just listening to us. And I have 2 or 3 of their lights that
I got one now.
I have 3. I got a headlamp and I got 2 rifles that are just awesome. And everybody that I know has bought one, has had 0 problems with it. It worked. Actually, my son-in-law, I take that back. My son-in-law got a brand new one in, but the pressure switch wasn't working right on it. I emailed Lane real quick, and like 2 days later, I had a new pressure switch and good to go. Back in. So they take care of it. And if there's any problems, they'll fix it right there, Johnny, on the spot with that warranty. Also, Palmetto State Armory, man, they have been doing some business, man. They can't keep ammo in stock.
It's crazy.
They can't keep rifles in stock. They can't keep pistols in stock. People are buying. I'm just wondering when the COVID thing is over with, how many people are going to be selling them,
Yeah,
cheap.
We were talking about the other night, all these new gun owners that don't really want to buy them, but buy them because they're afraid.
Right.
How many of them are going to be turning around and selling them as soon as all this is over with?
Say, hey, you want to buy a gun from me? What do you got? But we'll check them out. But hey, if you're looking for parts, pieces, or ammo, or anything else, go check our buddies out at Palmetto State Armory. Make sure you use our affiliate link to go through, and they send us a little love based on the number of sales that come through our site. It helps us out with the show. So check them out, PalmettoStateArmory.com.
All right. So you have an armed citizen this week?
I do have an armed citizen. Pizza shop owner stops a robber. A pizza shop owner in Wissonoming, Pennsylvania, who was legally authorized to carry a firearm for personal defense, was working at his business late on the evening in early April when he defended himself from a would-be robber, police say, at approximately 10:30 p.m. A 16-year-old man, well, that's not really a man, he's a boy, but I guess he's considered a man when he came in with a gun, right?
Yep. So
a 16-year-old man armed with a gun came into the shop and attempted to rob the owner at gunpoint. The shop owner was carrying his CCW gun at the time and shot the man in the top of the left hand. The man was transported to the area hospital by a private vehicle, and authorities say the suspect is currently in custody. And that came to us from Fox 29 in Wissonoming, Pennsylvania. That's hard to say. I bet you can't say that 3 or 4 times in a row.
Probably not.
Wissonoming, Pennsylvania. So
I'm sure we said it wrong too.
Probably. Trying to pronounce something in Pennsylvania with my Georgia accent.
Yep. I'm all the time butchering the English language. I do it for free. Don't charge you nothing.
Don't cost nothing.
Don't cost nothing. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. You got any last questions or snide remarks or insults or things like that, just go ahead and comment now. Leave us a thumbs up, like us, a thumbs down, whatever makes you happy, and we'll move on from there. If you want to join us for prayer and fasting, I try to do that in the mornings. I need to try to get down to a specific time and hit that on a regular schedule, but I've been doing it every morning except for one for the last 2 weeks. Well, every weekday morning except for one for the last 2 weeks. We fasting and prayer tomorrow, and so you can join us then. So you can send your feedback to Troy at GodandGunsPodcast.com or
Doug at GodandGunsPodcast.com.
Please tell your friends about us. Like us on Facebook, and give us a review on Facebook. Give us a review on iTunes. Give us a like on whatever 5 stars. Yeah, 5 stars will work
Five
on
star.
iTunes, and leave us some feedback. We appreciate it. You can find us on YouTube as well. Some of you guys over there on YouTube right now. Like the video, please, and share it with your friends. And if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you know when we go live. And Twitter, we've got a Twitter account called God and Guns Pod. You can find us on Instagram. We're over on MeWe, and our website one day will be a realization. GodandGuns.com will once again live. So until next time, Doug, have a blessed week.
And keep your guns close, but keep your Bible closer.
Good night, y'all. Thank you for watching.
Good night, everybody.